Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to San Quentin. A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas seeping into his tiny reptile brain. Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case.
Fine morning indeed. We keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Yeah, Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up at San Quentin, there'll always be killers in this town to send.
This guy was willing to write his own mother after I sweated him.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case. My wife was so
Greetings from sunny California. When's it gonna stop?
Jamen folkens, så velkommen tilbage her til endnu en video i L.A. Noire. Vi skal åbenbart ud og finde ud af, om der er endnu en af de her copycats, der er så i gang. Det lader altså til, at vi endnu har en kvinde myrdet et eller andet sted. Lad os se på det lige her.
If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want them turning into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows maketh the man, Phelps. You can't always hit home runs. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
Detectives?
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body?
Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again.
Time of death?
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
I det mindste, som Phelps siger, så har hun tøj på. Det gør mit arbejde lidt nemmere her i videoerne. Lad os se, hvordan det her det skete. Ingen bilsesring. Ikke noget, der er revet af der. Det er ikke meget at gå efter, vi har på hende her. Anden hun mangler en sko.
No drag marks. Killer was moving around, surveying the scene. Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same. No good to me.
It's $5, man. Everything's good to you. Let's see a Galloway.
I'm stumped. Ideas?
Take a look around and see what you can find.
Det synes jeg har gjort. Jeg synes ikke rigtigt, der er noget, der tiltaler mig. Er der noget her, vi har overset ved hende? Jeg kan ikke gå nedad. Jeg kan ikke kigge på hendes ting. Oh.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Suspicious persons. Lad os se. Catherine Barton, 55 år. Witness and Signal Hill residence.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
Hobo. Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Missing persons reports for white females over the last 48 hours.
One moment. We have 3 white females listed as missing, Detective. Myrtle Douglas, 294 Whitmer Street. One Beatrix Rogers of 1152 West 4th Street. And a Mrs. Teresa Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thank you.
Jesus, missing persons reports. We're gonna be at this all night.
What do you think?
We've got bad news for one of the houses on that list, Phelps. No use delaying.
Lad os starte med hobocampen.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
You're always bothered. Leave me alone. I fought. Where's my wife? Nobody cares about me. I took
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. You know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
The bum isn't here.
Look at these people.
We should follow the lead. These guys can wait.
At
least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
Nå, tilsyneladende så var der altså ikke noget at komme efter her, så lad os prøve at se, hvad vi så skal gøre. Locations. Lad os tage til Whitmer Street.
This is a shot in the dark. How do we know someone even filled in a missing persons report for this day?
We don't, but it's the only thing we've got to go on.
You sure? You sure you searched the scene, Cole?
I had a good look.
No, I mean really searched it.
You were there too.
Ah, Jesus, come on. I thought you were the goody two-shoes little prick who went over crime scenes with a fine-tooth comb. Thought I could relax in my old age here, Cole.
The rain must have washed away the clues that would have led us to her identity.
Knew this weather was going to ruin my night. Slow and steady, come on!
How can I help you, Sonny?
LAPD, sir. We've had a report of a missing woman.
Harry Douglas. I made the report. It's my wife, Myrtle.
How long has she been missing, sir?
Phelps, this isn't gonna help our cause.
Go ahead, sir.
What year is this, son?
1947, sir.
I would say for the best part of 12 years now.
I'm very sorry to hear that, sir. I hope she comes back.
I do too. I miss her.
Let's get out of here.
Nej, det var ikke ham.
See what I mean? We'll be at this all night.
There are only 2 more missing person leads on our list.
And they'll probably be as useless as the last guy.
But they're just as likely to be reports for that woman in the green dress.
No amount of wishful thinking is gonna make me happy to be stuck in this car with you, Phelps.
Learn to love it, Galloway. I'm not going anywhere.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
LAPD, sir. We've had a report of a missing woman.
It's my wife. She's been missing for 2 weeks.
How old is your wife?
16, nearly 17.
And how old are you?
19.
And you had been fighting?
A little, I guess. She says she wants to go out and have some
Det var
fun.
nemlig normalt dengang.
Me, I'm working double shifts down at the Saval tool plant.
Try the bars along Sunset. We're out of here.
19 og 17. Ja, okay, nice.
Another waste of time.
Eliminating false leads is an important aspect of police work. I'm surprised I need to tell you that.
You want to know what we did when it rained in the old days, Phelps?
What?
We operated on the principle that all clues would be washed away. We grabbed someone close, we put the screws on until they pointed us in the right direction. That simple.
Why do I get the impression that you're just making this up?
Nå, tredje gang er lykkens gang. Lad os se, om det er her, der er det rigtige sted.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress,
Det er hende.
open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to hide. You want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
Probably nothing.
Check if she was a regular.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Hans båd, som også er udenfor. Hvad er den igen? Det samme matchbook.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
So she went out without her handbag? She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Ja, der var ikke noget red lipstick murder her.
We can see if Pinker can match the impression to the crime scene.
Han virker ikke som om han var super ked af det i hvert fald. Jeg synes lige, vi skal have et kig på den båd, der var ude i her. Eva. Hvad er det der ræb?
Match with the ligature marks.
Nå, lad os have a sit down, medmindre vi kan kigge på den her. Lad os lige ringe til telefonen her engang.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks for your help.
Nå, lad os se, hvad han har at sige.
For the record, Mr. Terrelson, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Possible suspects.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
Enten er han ked af det, eller også så lyver han. Jeg tror, vi er nødt til at bruge en Jeg har lidt svært ved at se, om han lyver, eller hvad han ikke gør her. Han kan både være ked af det og så meget. Men vi tager en intention, og så fjerner vi et svar. Så det er enten rigtigt eller en løgn. Den er svær, den her, folkens. Vi prøver at sige, at han måske lyver.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
Vi ved i hvert fald, at han har det samme ræb. Vi kan ikke sige time of death, det ved vi ikke noget om. Bare ikke til med hans bag, men jeg er ret sikker på, at vi skal gå efter ræbet her, fordi det passer til det, som hun blev kvalt med.
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bowline from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
Okay. Så dit alibi.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
Han trækker. Okay, så nu er han lidt nemmere at læse. Jeg synes, han var lidt svær før. Den her gang, der tror jeg ikke helt på ham.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Baron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Okay. Victim state of mind.
Mr. Terrelson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Spill it, Terrelson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
Okay.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
Vi begynder i hvert fald så småt at have et motiv til, hvorfor han kunne finde på at gøre hende noget. Nå, lad os kontakte med Victim.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. I paid the sitter and went to bed.
Taler han mundsandt her, folkens. Straight face. Han er i hvert fald... Hvis han lyver, så er han god til det i hvert fald. Okay. Vi er nødt til... Jeg er i tvivl her. Remove. Okay. Vi har hans... Hvis han er gået straight hjem, det er så regnet på det tidspunkt, fordi vi har hans sko. Okay, screw it. Vi prøver at sige lie, selvom det er korrekt.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
Det eneste, jeg kan tro, er, at det må være de her støvler. Så lad os prøve at se, om det er korrekt. Det var det.
You got soap, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Tarleton. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life.
Yes. Siger manden med de 4 skilsmisser. No.
Appreciate your time, sir.
You want my gut feeling? I'll tell you, this guy did it.
Yeah,
now we just got to find some evidence.
Car 11 King, come in.
11 King, go ahead.
We have a possible sighting of a tall, disfigured vagrant at the hobo camp on Grand between Temple and Sunset. Use caution, the suspect is wanting connection with 2 assaults on females.
That's a couple of blocks from the murder scene.
Okay, så han er kommet tilbage på hobocampen. Ham kigger vi på bagefter. Først og fremmest så kigger vi lige, hvad der er herinde i Barons Bar.
All these Brits?
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Tarleton?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. You know, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
Last contact.
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
Okay, jeg tror, han taler sandt. Hvad gjorde han?
On foot, in a car, by bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
Boy, that steak had seen better days. What's the special of the day?
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
Okay.
It's a 5-star goddamn wedding.
Vagrant male.
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
Der var en løgn der. Måske ikke direkte en løgn, men i hvert fald ikke hele sandheden i det, han både trækker på smilebåndet og kiggede væk.
Yes. The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, 2 creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
And the other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates. He's sitting in the back right now. Red polo shirt.
Okay, the yellow cap.
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
Det er sandt. Det ser det ud til at være i forhold til, hvordan han så ud før.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
Yeah, she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
This is Bates.
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird.
Selvfølgelig.
Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
That's one heck of a Sunday.
Hvor blev han af? Han er der. Flyt dig nu, tykke.
Get after it.
Ja, siger du.
Come on, got a ride. Get in and drive.
I
thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Oh shit.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
Nej, jeg kørte galt.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
Hvordan er det, de kører, de
Showing
biler
you
her
how
dag?
it's done.
Lige igennem en gasstation, det er farligt. Der var en bænk.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Ja, jeg prøver jo for banen. Han er jo psykopat, ham der. Nu kørte han en mand over.
Spit him out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Der var det ikke.
All right, you got me. I've had enough.
Put your hands where I can see them.
Wow, isn't that...
Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
Okay, han virker ikke som den smarteste kniv i skuffen. Eller den skarpeste hedder det. Den skarpeste kniv i skuffen. Contact the victim.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead. And your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Jeg tror da ikke.
Do you want my partner to sap you?
Ja, tak.
Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
Løgn igen. Han kiggede væk lige inden han sagde noget til os.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault.
Ja, det undrer mig ikke.
Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Thanks, ma'am.
Nå, vi mangler at tage til Hobo-campen, så lad os få gjort det.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted?
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
We're looking for a tall, disfigured man at the camp.
Could be difficult. Most bums look deformed to me.
Come on, Rusty, this isn't gothic fiction. Hobos are just like you or me. They're just men who've fallen on hard times.
You ain't much of a detective, Phelps, if you think a hobo's like me. Clue number one, how do I smell?
Of alcohol and stale sweat. You know, I may be on to something.
Very funny, Phelps.
Ja, okay, lige frem tage en shotgun med dig ind.
LAPD. We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic, Phelps. We need to hold out for the cavalry around.
How do we do that?
Like this.
Holy fuck.
Down, Phelps.
If you want
Disciples know what you did last night?
We need to fight for it.
What do you think? These men know.
Altså. Han er hurtig. Slapper han bare. Vi slapper han bare. Kom. Sådan der. Så godt.
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Okay. Lad os se, hvad han har herinde.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
En paper. Den har vi ikke set i lang tid, folkens. Lad os kigge, hvad der sker her.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney. We need your help, Jack. I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. For God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Det er som om, vi mangler nogle aviser et eller andet sted. Måske har vi gået glip af nogle af dem på nogle af de andre missioner. Der var i hvert fald noget kontekst, der manglede her, folkens.
Maybe. No.
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
Nej, det gør han nemlig ikke. Jeg tror heller ikke, det er hans. Ej, hovsa. Nej, hvad var dog det?
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
Det tror jeg også, med det blod, der er derpå. Det her er vist en no-brainer, folkens.
We're going this way.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Nej, fordi han har højst sandsynligt slået hende ihjel. Lad os se her. Motive for murder. Den er rimelig sikker, den her, folkens.
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrelson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Straight up lie.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrelson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
Det har jeg så sandelig også. Bloodstained rope piece.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
Yeah, nice try. Contact.
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrelson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
Smiley smirk, kigger væk, kigger op, doubt.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them.
Wow.
Their necks are so fragile.
Han er syg.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrelson.
Okay.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrelson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
Sådan. Vi havde åbenbart nogle clues, vi ikke havde fundet, men uanset hvad, så klarede vi casen præcis som den skulle åbenbart. Vi klarede den med færre clues, og det gør så åbenbart bare, at det er bedre, tænker jeg. Så folkens, med det, så var det alt, vi nåede her i dag i vores L.A. Noire Let's Play. Jeg er selvfølgelig tilbage igen samtidig, samme sted i næste uge, folkens. Indtil da, så husk selvfølgelig at like videoen. Husk at subscribe, husk der er masser af andet content lige her på kanalen. Log klik på nogle af de videoer, du ser lige nu her på skærmen. Kan I have det helt fantastisk, til vi ses igen. Hej hej.